Hello, welcome back to my videos. This will be Sofia for WTF Moments, Season 4, Episode 12, Pirated Away? Ooh, there are going to be some pirates in this one. That's what we're in this movie. Roll the intro. I was a girl in the village doing alright. Then became a princess overnight. Now I gotta figure out how to do it right. So much to learn and see. Up in the castle with my new family. In school, this is just for royalty. A whole enchanted world is waiting for me. It's gonna be my time to show 'em all that I'm Sophia the First. So this episode starts off with Amber. Oh my god. Looking through her telescope again in the middle of the day. Why would you be looking through the... She didn't learn anything from her royal spine. Oh, no. Actually, she is preparing for the night to watch something. Okay, that's different. I was like... She's like looking through. I was like, oh dear. So she's positioning it. And she says, oh no, this can't be waiting for this day all year. Wow, a whole year. You know, that's like me with Halloween. I prepare for Halloween 3 years ahead of time. What? Yeah. I mean, I don't have my next 3 costumes picked out. I'm going to guess after Sharpay Evans, because that's already a 3-year plan. I might do Neil and Eliza from Candy Candy if I can get my mom, if I can influence her to be Eliza, but she's already like... she's already kind of iffy about, so I don't know. I would love to do that. Or I could be Vor. Have I done that? No. And I think the mask actually broke that year. It was about 2 years old, and there was a lot of paint on it, so it's probably... And I want to paint my face green again, because my counselor never let me live that down. He's not going to let me live it down if I do that again. But moving on from that. So, Amber is trying to watch something called the miniature meteor shower, only comes once a year. And Sophia says, okay, I'll watch with you. Now these clouds don't go away. And Sophia says, we went somewhere with clear skies, like the cloudless sea. And so, oh, it's always discovered with clear So this is how far we can go. Do we have to? Yeah, you do have to ask your parents for permission. Some things you don't, but this I would agree. This, going out sailing. Sophia, I'm sure she'll say yeah. Why would Miranda say no? No, I'm sorry, absolutely not. Oh dear. So Sophie's like, oh, we're older, and Amber says, oh, you see? She never lets me do anything I want. You know, there are some things I believe children should not attend or go to. Like the paranormal circus that comes here to Texas. This is a picture of what it looks like. Exactly why your kids should go there. But if you go there or to even the aquatic circus, you can get a fun cup like this. It lights up. It's like red, blue, and green as long as liquid's in it. Sweet coconut tea. I was looking for a glass. Like, what should I do today? And I was like, that glass is going to turn some heads, and that's a perfect picture. So let's do that. So, yeah. That's with Freddy Krueger, Jason. I don't know who the other guy is. I don't know if he's just a ghost or... I think he's... It's from some movie. If you know, pause the movie during that picture and tell me who that is, because I have no clue who it is. And that will not be in the description down below. That's a challenge for y'all today. You can look up on internet. I'm not planning to do that anytime soon. So anyways, you know, Amber says, then you know, she says, I can't believe this. She treats us like we're children. So he goes, well, we are children. Yeah, they are children. They're children does... Well, I'm not sure if I would say under 13. I understand it's a teenager, but I think Amber is over 13 in this season. So Amber technically is a teenager, but yeah, I don't think under 18 is considered is probably still considered children. Because I think she is 15, Elena, and she goes, you're not queen yet, Amber. Well, you know what I mean. I think they're still literally children, and they are in high school in the next movie, so I would consider them still be children till 18. 15 at the least. But yeah. 21 should be it, because you can go join the military at 18, but you can't drink alcohol. or smoke. Or do drugs. Okay, you're not supposed to do drugs at any age. In Texas, you're not. I know in some places you can do pot at 21. But you're not supposed to do that here in Texas. Not even with prescription. So don't do that. If you want to calm down, just drink a cup of tea. Not caffeinated, decaffeinated. You'll be caffeine free. You'll be fine. I can't go to sleep at night without tea or coffee. I just don't know why that is. No, I can't drink caffeine because of my heart. So I'll try to limit my caffeine on that. But moving on from that, so anyways, Amber says, I don't need constant murder from someone who's not even my real mother. Oh, man. Jeez. Why do the stepmothers get all this hate? I understand it's not your biological mother, but sometimes they're even better than the real mother. Sometimes. I've never had that experience. I've never had any kind of experience like that. I know some people that have, and they say it's better, but moving on from that, man, some people are really crazy. Like that Darman movie where that girl, Thanksgiving was found out she's adopted. That woman was kind of crazy. Sasha Whitlock. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean Candy Johnson or Scarlett Porter, whatever her name was. I would not like to do that. Is it worth it to be on drugs to continuously keep changing your name? No, it's not. And don't eat the orange that's in there. That's mine. If it was, I don't know, say like a mango or something, I might care more about that. The orange is good with some tagine. So if I have tagine, I'm not be worried about that. We're going to fight over it. Okay, moving on from that. So anyways, Miranda comes in there and says she doesn't want them to go alone, but she'll go with them. It says, isn't that great? Remember? That's what it takes. So they see a ship stuck on a reef or something and says, oh, sorry girls, change your plans. And said, what's the number one rule at sea? Always help a ship in need. Correct, that's true actually. And said, do not send out a signal. Some people are afraid to ask for help. Or maybe they don't need help. And this guy says, help! Ahoy there! Oh, he's got a hook. He's a pirate. Go away. Away. Miranda, turn. Oh, she's going to go help him. I know I said that, but this is a pirate. So it says, can we give you a tow? I already got 10 toys. I don't need any more. Oh, gosh. No. No, that's not what she meant. It said, Mr. Captain, can we pull your ship free? Ah, finally a helpful idea. So tie it on the cleat at the front of the bow. What? The cleat on the front of the bow. What? I know what that means, but he doesn't. He's a pirate. They live on the ocean, on the ship. You guys know what that means? So anyways, it says the cleat, on the bow, the front of the ship. Oh yeah, you're tied up there, mateys. Oi, Captain. And then said, once we pull you free, cast off the line. And they pull it. Free, and then says, cast off the line. They goes, trash this line, get the grind. Plumb the line. And this is, I don't think they got it. Said, Captain, starboard, oh, talking gibberish. Turn left, boom. Oh, gosh. They just, oh, look what you did, you wrecked our ship. Edward says, your ships it's fine, we're sinking. Oh, then you best climb aboard me, hearties. That's what we do. We have no choice, we must abandon ship. Then said, this is the worst area because Mom medicine have stuff these. He goes, that's right, pirates. So there's a thing these pirates and Sofia Amber get behind me and then says, look, Captain Quivers. Captain Chris, we don't want to be in trouble being your wife, so if you just sail us back to Enchantia. No, you're part of the crew now. And no one leaves until we find our treasure. I said, and how long is that going to take? Oh, I don't know, we've only been searching for 15 years. Okay, look, in this situation, I don't think you're being kidnapped, particularly. I wouldn't call this kidnapping, because he's not exactly kidnapping them. They did climb aboard the ship on their own free will. They did. Their ship was sinking, but I wouldn't call this kidnapping them. They could just sat on the reef and wait for someone to come rescue them. They could have done that too. So like I said, I wouldn't count this kidnapping. There were other options at the time, not very many, but yeah. And then, but what's going to happen in this situation, see, the Royal Guard is going to know they're missing and send someone to find them, so they'll be great. So, the anchor is stuck in the reef, and they're just... If they've been doing that for 15 years, no wonder they haven't found it. And it's just, right in it. It's an anchor, and it crashes a hole in the ship. You go, oh, that can't be good. Yikes. And Amber said, they're the worst sailors I've seen. Maybe that's how we're going to get home. They'll tell we're going to treasure and go back to Enchant. No, they are going to help them find a treasure. They're not going to just, hey, we know how to sail. And go back to Enchantia and call the Royal Guard again. Arrest Captain Quivers. Arr, no more pirates like Pirates of the Caribbean. That's not going to happen. They could, but they're not. Gotta keep it lighthearted for the kids. I guess they're not going to be hanging pirates today, are they? And I don't think they're necessarily evil, to be honest. If they pulled this ship free and he turned away, they would just be, okay, bye, have a great day. It would have been nothing else. So I don't think he's evil. He didn't say, oh, climb aboard me hearties, or you'll be walking the plank. He didn't force them to do it. It was an accident. They had to do it. I get that. Like I said, there are options, but yeah. Anyways, they're trying to have, how to find the maiden. He goes, be a shanty, but tell where to find the golden maiden. I think Willerman's kind of like a shanty. And then says, well, where's treasure? I can't tell you, but I could sing it. The maid things we don't do well, can't swab the deck or ring a bell, or navigate by stars at night. Oh dear, and wrong way can't tell left from right. 'Tis true. Now, Wrong Way is a pirate's name, so I'm thinking Wrong Way might have dysgraphia, which is a graphic spelling misdirection disorder. It's like, imagine you have a map, like a GPS even. There's a blue line on GPS, but there's one going this way, and this way. And sometimes you don't know where you're going, and it changes all the time. I know because I have that. It's very difficult to find your way, even with a map on that. Now, the spelling part, imagine that you're looking at a mirror instead of your hand, and you're right, all you can see is your stupid look on your face like, how am I supposed to do this? And it can make your writing slower or look even awful. Misdirection part, you can't tell left from right. It's very hard. I describe by saying those words don't exist in the vocabulary of the mind. It's either your way, my way. Mostly it's my way or the hard way. No, the parts I gave you before are true. The last part I was saying about my way or hard way, that's a joke. But yeah, anyways, so they say, but all our troubles would be past if we could find one golden lass. And they say, go and knock tonight's a jade. Many years we've been searching in vain. So they're telling her, directions. Past the snores of Old Gar Isle. Wait, the snores of Old Gar Isle? Okay, I've seen a map of the Everrealm. I don't know where that is. Then, pass through a sea of living hordes. Of living hordes? I know what that is either. This is, and then the clothing flubes. To see a float of clothing flubes, I don't know what that is either. The weaving part of the loom. Okay, that sounds like it could be a constellation, but I don't know. I mean, I've heard Amber talk about the stars. I've never heard of that. Ever. Sarah's like, oh, this makes no sense. And even Miranda goes like, the snores of Argyle, sea of living hordes? I've never even heard of these places. And Sophia says, me either. Me neither. I've never heard of this either. No one has. So then Amber says, I'm going to take that rowboat. And says, oh, that doesn't look safe. There's a hole in it. So they say, look. So Sophia said, wait, I think because he messes up his words, it might be the shores of Shark Isle. So there's Shark Isle. It says, should we pass through it like the song says? Yeah, sure. So then, so what's the next part? Sing it, boys. Dun, dun, the wee lass begin to wait, the wee lass begin to wait, and come here. Don't even be the words. This is, no, the wee lass is getting away. Oh, the wee lass is... How stupid are these pirates? I know most pirates aren't smart, but dang, these guys are really stupid. So she gets in the water, and... I said there was a hole in that boat. The lifeboats don't even work. Jeez, these are bad pirates. Probably the anchor ran in one of those lifeboats. What I'm suggesting happened. Now you're thinking they don't have enough for everyone. Well, there's only 3 pirates in one parrot. It's probably the smartest on the ship's a parrot. Before Sofia, Miranda, and Amber got on the ship. Because he goes, we can say, are you saying I can't? And he got caught in this rope in the parrot. That's where you should be staying. Yeah. And he's, I be given the orders my ship. Sure. Would you like to hear what Captain? Do what she said. So he says, swab the deck or it's the brig for ya. So we were just trying to gain the pirates' trust. So then, dong, what's that? Swordfish and said, you're right, Sophia's got just the words all wrong. It's not the sea living hordes, the sweetest swimming swords. Is there really a place like that? Yikes. No one might sail through that. I think the government would have a place like that closed off. If it was a territory or part of, or closer to a territory, I think the government would close it off that you can't go through that because it'd be dangerous. I know swordfish exist, but dang. I don't know if they're aggressive or not. I don't know. They go fly fish. It ain't fly fish. They're jumping pretty high, but they're not fly fish. They're swordfish. And then Sophia says she knows what the cloning flubes is. Floating cubes. The ICC. And said, Sophia, take the wheel and steer through icebergs. Amber, you know that go to crow's nest and watch for icebergs. I'm still the captain. She gave him the hat back because it fell off and said, of course, Captain, would you like to navigate the ICC by yourself? And the bird goes, ICD, sword and doom. Yeah, well, of course, be my guess. And that's an order. Make it think it's your idea, huh, Captain Quivers? So, they're talking about how she's mad at Miranda and says, you may still have these pirates. Okay, my business been the business, but I'm doing what I can, Amber, and I worry about you. Because that's what moms do. I agree, that's what my mom does. I agree 100%. So, they're trying to navigate through icebergs and air falls off and they go, oh, fancy girl overboard. Fancy girl. And Miranda is stuck there and says, don't worry, Sophia, that will turn that shit around and be back for us. No more icebergs. And said, now, what's the next part of the song? This is the weaving part of the loom. I think it's a constellation, but no one knows this constellation. It's a daughter of my sister Amber. And you'll find the golden maiden, just saying. Alright, have it your way, and that's an order. So, they get them, and did the parents throw out icebergs? No, wait, what? Where be rescued? So then, she's asking Amber, because they said, singing boys go, and close for now your treasure be with your moon rises undersea in the weaving part of the loom. So actually there is something called the weaving part of the loom. It shows there's not a weaving part of the loom, but there is an evening star of Khaldoon. That I've heard of. I've heard of all these places, just, okay, I have not. I watched the movie before. I watched it again today to regain my memory. Y'all know that. So anyways, I don't have a map of the ever. I wonder if they have one. That'd be cool. If not, we should pitch it to Disney to make that. The new Sophia's coming out, so yeah. So anyways, they're passing through the through it, and then it says Now, I didn't hear this part of the song, the whirly burly. So you got that part right. We got it right. But you might wish me wrong because we're going to sail through it and shoot at the other side. We got to do what now? Said, are you sure about this? Amber, are you sure that's the entire Calhoun? I am. I'm sure too. Let me know when it's over. And they go out. And where the full moon rises undersea in the weaving part of the loom, your treasure lies within the warrior tomb, and they can see it. And they pull up the golden maiden. It's a statue that can tell you wherever you go. You just whisper in the ear your location. It magically guides you there. Cool. So take us to Enhancia. And Sofia's Enchantia. Enchantia. And it magically took them there. And I said, oh, look, the miniature meteor shower. I forgot about it. I didn't think this day could end better. And yes, I couldn't agree more. And the last shot we see is the ship with the meteor shower, and that's the thumbnail. Anyways, that's it for myself for 32 Moments, season 4, episode 12, Pirate Away. This year's through rotational email channel. Don't forget to use code ASMR G Films for a shout out to guys both on 32 months. But until next time, I'm Jordan Morris, and we don't talk about Bruno. No. We don't talk about Bruno. Bye, I'll see you in the next video. And man, this is so delicious. Bye.